Yesterday, the novices started their Dhamma journey with various activities from 3:30 a.m. until the afternoon. When it was time for Nampana in the afternoon, the novices had still not shown any signs of drowsiness. The novices had Nampana and medicinal food with Pra'ajan to nourish their bodies and prepare themselves for the next activity. Then the novices walked to the Dhamma Grove to perform the monastic duties that Pra'ajan assigned to them during the Nampana session. The Pra'ajan and novices divided into groups to sweep the leaves around the Dhamma Grove. Sata Aparihaniya Dhamma, or the 7 conditions of welfare, refers to the conditions which lead to an undeclined and prosperous state. One of the crucial conditions is to meet and do the monastic duties in harmony and also disperse in harmony. This will create unity among the monks and novices. Taking good care of the dwelling and keeping it clean gives a good impression to anyone who sees it. This also teaches the little monks to be diligent. This is a way for the monks and novices to relax and also benefit everybody as a whole. This is a duty with which the novices can practice mindfulness to control their actions. As the sun set, the time for the evening chant arrived. The evening chant went smoothly as usual. Many of the novices could recite the 10 precepts precisely after many weeks of practice. In the Dhamma story session last night, Pra'ajan continued the story of the Buddha's life from where he last left off. Yesterday, Pra'ajan told a story of how the Buddha stopped his parents' relatives from fighting over water rights. This is where the Buddha image, in the gesture of stopping the relatives from fighting or repelling the ocean, comes from.
So the Buddha have to go there and try to stop the fighting. Okay, so what the Buddha says is that which one is more worthy, the water or the blood? The blood or the water, which one is more worthy?
Blood.
Yes, the blood is very is more worthy. So they kind of the Buddha stopped from fighting, and they said if the Buddha not come, then they're probably gonna kill each other over the water. So they decide to share the water.
The incidents and stories of the Buddha's life caused the novices to have many questions.
Okay.
Why are they fighting over the river?
Because they are the farmer. In the old day, the king also have to plow the field and grow the rice, and the water gets dry. So they are fighting whether who gonna get the water.
Then Pra'ajan told the novices about Javaka Komarapacha, who is praised by many Thai people as a great teacher of traditional medicine.
When the courtesan has the son, he will go and dump it in the trash. So one of the prince come and then look at that and said, the bird got in, and said, he asked his servant to go and check whether is a baby still alive or not. So the servant go and they say Shivaka. Shivaka means alive.
Jivaka's life reflected the effort for self-improvement, as he never gave up, though he had to face many obstacles.
So that's why he named Chivaka. Okay, so he grew up in the palace, but when he learned about his origin, that he was dumped in the trash, he get very regret, and he want to, when you don't have anything, you want to study. The only way to be worthy is to study. So he go to the place and become the great doctor. His name is Chivaka. He's one of the best doctor in the world.
The following story was about when the Buddha went to see his mother in Triastrimsa heaven.
How many heaven? How many level?
Seven.
No. Six. Sumeru mountain? No. It's the same as Olympus. That's where Zeus stay.
Mount Olympus.
According to Buddhist scripture, the Buddha's mother was reborn as an angel in Tusita heaven, a level of heaven which is above the Triastrimsa heaven. Pra Ajahn clarified the reasons of why the Buddha chose to preach the Dhamma there.
So she come down from the Tusita heaven to the Tavatimsa to listen to the Buddha, because the lower level can go up. The Tavatimsa, the lower one can also go up, because both are at the Sumeru mountain.
This story caused the novices to wonder about many things.
Why didn't he teach Dhamma in hell?
Why can't he teach Dhamma in hell? Because the hell, people in the hell is too much suffering. They can't listen to the Dhamma.
Where do you go when you enter Nirvana?
Where do you go when you entering Nibbana? You don't go anywhere.
Oh.
You stop. You no longer rebirth. You are finished this cycle of rebirth and samsara. This is the belief that you are spirit, go out and then come back in the flesh, another flesh, which is it's not Buddhism. This is the Hindu. They thought they have a fixed soul that go and then live in different flesh, incarnate. But the idea of Buddhism is not reincarnation. It's called rebirth. When you die, your karma will, whatever you do in that life, will basically flash up, and then when you take a nimitta of that karma, you will reborn. Okay, because of that flow of karma that you done in the past.
Before the activity ended, Pra Ajahn narrated the story of the Buddha before he attained nirvana.
Buddha get enlightened, the Mara come and he said, don't teach, nobody will understand you, just go parinibbana. The Buddha say, now I decide to parinibbana in the next 3 months.
In Buddhism, Mara is a kind of demon who commits sins as he obstructs the merit of others by destroying their good deeds. Although Mara is the personification of evil, in the Tripitaka, the end of Mara's life was still narrated in a pleasant way.
But the Mara come and want to destroy the ceremony. So one of the Arahant called Upakutta, basically taking care of the Mara. So he tied the Mara. He used his belt to tie the Mara with the Sumeru mountain, and he put the dog corpse on the Mara. You know what the Mara hate the most?
The Buddha?
No, because the Mara, he live in the heaven, so he hate the dirty things. So he put the dog carcass, the corpse on the Mara, and the Mara can't take it away. So he crying, and he thinking about in the time of the Buddha. He know that this is the disciple of the Buddha have a lot of power. The Buddha even have much more power, but the Buddha never do any harm to him. So he regret, I'm do a lot of bad things to the Buddha, but the Buddha never return. The Buddha have a lot of compassion. So he decided he want to be the next Buddha.
8 days after the Buddha had attained nirvana, it was time for his commemorative cremation day, or Atami Puja Day, as we know it today.
So that's why when the Mahakassapa and all the monks come, the Buddha body got the frame go up and Deva, and then it's become the relics. We see the relics of the Buddha.
Before the evening ended, Phra Ajahn reminded the novices to prepare for the Dhamma talk before the ceremony as they leave the monkhood. Another day of monastic learning has passed. The novices learn the Buddha's Dhamma, which has taught them to be aware and ready to spread pleasant things to others. This morning, the novices were back on familiar ground as they went for alms in Det Udom district again, after they went on a Dhamma trip at Wat Ba Nanachat for 3 days. Although the monks and novices had not gone for alms for many days, the faith of Buddhists in the area was unwavered. Many Buddhists waited to offer alms to Phra Ajahn and the novices as usual. The novices were calm and mindful, following the example of Phra Ajahn before them, as this is the proper manner of ones who are ordained. The alms round not only builds a good relationship between the temple and the community, but it is also a crucial monastic routine in the Vinaya. The short and simple saying that's widely known amongst forest-dwelling monks is, "No alms, no eating." This means that monks and novices who do not go for alms have to refrain from eating that day, unless they are very sick. After the alms round, the novices assisted Phra Ajahn as they have always done throughout their ordination. Before the meal, the novices spent some time to relax. Some read books, while others practiced reciting chants with Phra Ajahn, or prepared for the Dhamma talk which will occur in a few days.
พรหมาจาโลกาทิปาติสหัมปาติกัดอันชาลีอันทิวารังอายาสัทธา
Pra Ajahn translated the meaning of the Pali chants to help the novices understand the chants more clearly.
So if you ask for precept with many people, you end with ma. But if you ask for your own, mi. The lady who said, Ama Pante, it means, yes, sir, I accept that.
After practicing with Pra Ajahn many times, some of the novices then went to practice on their own.
อิมานิปัญจสิกขาปทานิสีเลนะสุกติงยันติติสารณกัมมนังนิธิตังปานาติปาตาเวรมณีสิกขาปทังสมาธิยามิอัตถินนาทานาเวรมณีสิกขาปทังสมาธิยามิ
At the main food hall of Wat Ba Sai Ngam is a small building surrounded by branches, roots, and unique natural materials which imply many Dhamma riddles waiting to be pondered. This morning, Luang Ta Anek, the abbot of Wat Ba Sai Ngam, came to meet the novices and Buddhists at the main food hall of Wat Ba Sai Ngam. Khao Pan, a former novice from True Little Monk Thai program Year 7, came to pay respects to Luang Ta Anek.
มานี่เขามานี่มาเขามานี่มากราบลงในหัวเขาเนี่ยมากับใคร
มากับแม่ครับ
ตั้งใจเรียนนะตั้งใจเรียนแล้วก็เป็นคนดีด้วยเรียนเก่งด้วยเชื่อฟังคำพ่อแม่ด้วย
Luang Ta Anek gave a Dhamma lesson to the novices to help them to recollect the Dhamma within themselves.
ฉะนั้นให้เรามีคุณธรรมยึดคุณธรรมตั้งแต่ความคิดอย่างลงสู่ความถูกต้องดีงามคิดในใจของตัวเองนั่นแหละถ้าเรามีหลักแห่งความคิดที่ดีงามนั่นแหละหลักพุทธธรรมจะปรากฏให้เรารู้ให้เราเห็นภายในจิตใจของเรามีความดีแล้วความดีนั้นเกิดมีขึ้นในจิตใจเราแล้วเราจะพูดอะไรนั้นคำพูดของเราก็จะเป็นคำพูดที่ก่อให้เกิดความเข้าใจอันดีงามของหมู่ของคณะคำพูดของเราก็จะโน้มน้าวจิตใจนั่นแหละให้เกิดความรักความหวังดีความสามัคคีในการอยู่ร่วมกับหมู่กับคณะหลวงพ่อถือว่าเราทุกคนนี้แหละเป็นลูกหลานก็ให้ความรักเสมอกันทุกสามเณรทุกรูปก็ให้เข้าใจแล้วก็นำไปตั้งมั่นไว้ในใจจะคิดจะพูดจะทำอะไรก็คิดถึงสิ่งที่หลวงพ่อมอบให้
Today's meal was the first time that the novices ate with Luang Ta Anek, along with Pra Ajahn and other monks at Wat Ba Sai Ngam in the main food hall. The novices brought their alms bowls to receive food outside without Pra Ajahns assistance, as they had for the past few days. Following the meal, the novices had an opportunity to assist Luang Ta Anek by washing and wiping his hands. During the 4 weeks of learning Dhamma under the topics of learn, live, love, and let go, through various activities, the novices were taught to have compassion, kindness, and proper manner. They were taught to have mindfulness. This is an important foundation for youth to become good citizens of their society in the future. The novices will share their experiences of their 4 weeks of ordination with other Buddhists through the Dhamma talk in the next few days. After the meal, the novices attentively washed their alms bowls. Some of the novices were very meticulous. Although the novices are very good at taking care of their requisites, Pra Ajahn gave them some advice so they could do their tasks even better.
I think it's too fit maybe. Okay, great. Pull down and push up so you can make it tighter. No. This. No, put down and push up like this. So, more tighter, right? And with the strap.
After taking care of their requisites, the novices gathered for Luang Ta Anek's sermon. As Luang Ta Anek arrived, the novices assisted him by offering him water. Luang Ta Anek gave the novices a sermon about the value of time.
เสียอะไรนั้นเราหามาชดเชยได้ แต่เรื่องการเวลานี่เนี่ยถ้าผ่านไปแล้วไม่มีสิทธิ์ที่จะเอากลับมาใช้ได้อีก เพราะเหตุอันนี้เนี่ยผู้ประมาทมัวเมาไม่เห็นความสำคัญในการเวลา เพราะการเวลานั่นแหละกลืนชีวิตของเขานั้นแหละให้หมดไปด้วยการที่ไม่ได้ทำประโยชน์อะไร
Then Luang Ta Anek gave the novices an important Dhamma assignment, which was a challenging task. The novices had a limited amount of time to complete this assignment before they leave the monkhood.
สิ่งหนึ่งหลวงพ่ออยากจะฝากให้เรานั้นสนใจในการท่องบนซึ่งจะเป็นคุณสมบัติ ในชีวิตเมื่อหลังออกจากเปลี่ยนเพศจากบรรพชิตแล้ว ก็คือคำอาราธนาศีล 5 อาราธนาศีล 8 อาราธนาธรรม อาราธนาพระปริตรให้ทุกรูปนะสามเณรเราทุกรูปให้ท่องแล้วก็จำได้ถ้าท่องไม่จำวันที่25นี้นะยังไม่ให้ลาสิกขาเดี๋ยวจะให้มาสวดให้ฟังทีละรูปทีละรูปถ้ารูปไหนสวดยังไม่ได้ยังไม่จบก็ให้ท่องจบก่อนค่อยจะให้ลาสิกขาแล้ววันนั้นก็อยากจะให้เราทุกคนนั้นนะได้อาราธนาศีล 5 ศีล 8 อาราธนาธรรม อาราธนาพระปริตรชุมนุมเทวดาด้วยให้ญาติโยมได้ฟังอย่าให้อายโยมนะเอาละวันนี้ขอมอบโจทย์ให้เราแค่นี้ก่อนแล้วก็ไปท่องทวนแล้วก็มาสวดให้ฟัง
After listening to Luang Ta Anek's sermon, the novices gathered at the food hall to practice the chants that Luang Ta Anek assigned.
วิปติปาติภาหายะสัพพะสัมปติสิทธิยาสัพพะทุกขวินาศายะปริตังโพธามังครัง
After practicing for some time, some of the novices felt that it was difficult and challenging, so Pra Ajahn kindly gave them encouragement.
Siddhithaya Sapphatukha Vinasaya. Oh, it's so hard.
Okay, you pay attention. It's not that easy. It's not that difficult. You just memorize it one line first and then change each word. If you not ever start, you never learn.
Each novice has a different technique to practice the chants. Pra Ajahn also has a technique to teach the novices, which is to keep reciting each sentence until they memorize it by heart.
Vipati pati bahaya sampati sampati
Sampati.
again vipati
Vipati pati bahaya sappe
sabba sabba sampat
Sapa sampati
pati vipati
Vipati
pati bahaya sabba
sampati sampati Vipati pati bahaya sampati
Pra Ajahn and some of the novices helped and encouraged the novices who could not yet memorize the chants.
Me and Ril will try to recite first and then you listen, okay? Ril, what shall we start? What should we start?
I don't know, but I was starting to do this one, like
Maybe how about this? You know it?
like
พระมาจาโลกาทิปติสังหัมปติกาดอันชาลีอันทิวารังอายาจทา
In these last moments of their ordination, the novices are putting a lot of effort into practicing the chants that Luang Ta Anek has told them to memorize. We will follow the progress of these 12 little novices and wish them well until the end. During this afternoon's learning process, the novices learnt about global climate change, which is a crisis that every country is concerned about and is trying to find solutions. The instructors were representatives from the EEC, or the Environmental Education Center, Chaturong Padungsap, a global environmentalist, and the young environmentalists Put Panrat and Panlet Patitwong. Before the activity began, the instructors introduced themselves and explained to the novices about the EEC's visions and their inspiration to raise awareness about the environment.
What EEC is trying to do with children is that they're trying to cultivate younger generations to be aware of the problems that human creates on nature. And so what we're trying to do is basically raise the younger generations, which are the leaders of the future, to be able to make good decisions that doesn't impact the nature. EEC is not just like a normal school where you learn about forests in a classroom, but you actually go into the forest and learn about it. So you experience everything firsthand, and also we're learning for the environment.
Chaturong asked some of the novices about their basic understanding of climate change.
Climate change is when our world has too much greenhouse gases, which is destroying the ozone, letting the sun come into too much, and it's changing the world temperature rapidly, and it's causing the ice to melt and the world to overflood.
Then he explained about climate change to the novices.
We have these three elements or three players working, playing around the globe. We release methane and carbon dioxide up to the air. Now we add more of the team members to the atmosphere. Each player get the sun, the heat, keep with them and send to the earth and don't let go. So we have more players, so there will more heat to the earth. That's why we call it as a global warming.
In addition, he also asked some of the novices about the causes and effects of climate change.
The North Pole is going to melt, and it will flood the world, and there would be a lot of natural disasters.
Exactly.
For the first activity, Chaturong asked the novices to select word cards and then draw pictures of the words which they selected, which were related to the topic of global warming. Chaturong explained that global warming is caused by the greenhouse effect, which is one of the causes of climate change.
This is the heat from the sun, and we do like this. So it's all over the world. So we get affected by the heat of the sun everywhere. That's why we, from different parts of the world, have to help each other, not only in Thailand, but everywhere. You see the revolution from healthy world to the bad world. And now we have to decide as a human what we're gonna do to save that.
The threat from climate change and global warming not only affects humans, but also every creature in the world. To give the novices a better understanding of the topic, the instructor asked the novices to do the Web of Life activity. This activity was developed from the word cards that the novices drew at the beginning of the lesson.
I'm gonna do like this because I am the sun. I am the center of the universe, at least in this galaxy.
The novices had to figure out how the cards they selected were related. Once all the novices were connected by the rope, the instructor then pulled it. If any of the novices felt the pull, they had to raise their hands. This activity was a practical way to show the relationship between all things.
Everyone feels something at the time. You feel it because we are all connected. This is the web of life. And you, as a what? As a sky. You're gonna get affected when I move something, and novice Trevor gonna pull with me because I'm moving.
Climate change is driving many species of animals to extinction, which affects the ecological balance. The instructor gave examples of some of the animals in Thailand which are almost extinct.
This one is called a dugong. So imagine a cow and an elephant and a hippo, but underwater. Why we need to conserve dugongs is dugongs are considered an umbrella species, so it doesn't look like an umbrella, but what it means that it benefits other species as well.
The dugong, a type of mammal, is threatened by the effects of climate change. Panlet, who is interested in protecting the dugong, talked about his efforts and solutions to try to solve this problem.
We sold shirts and then we received donations, as at that time we had all the information and we want to conserve the animals. So we also had to make conservation strategies in order to protect them, and those require money to do.
Panlet demonstrated to the novices how to make a buoy, which acts as an indicator to where dugongs live.
To keep the buoys in the ocean, we have a concrete block which is super heavy, and we drop it in, and then it's attached to like a rope like this, which attaches to a buoy that floats on the surface. Sort of like an indicator for the sailors, so they know that this is where the dugongs live.
At the end of the activity, the instructors asked the novices to think of solutions to protect the environment in their own ways.
This is like a project where once a week people come together and help clean the ocean from all the plastic and garbages. They like clean it up so that animals can live more easier, so that they don't eat plastic and or else they will die. Some people get like boats and some people get bins, and then they clean up the ocean.
The lesson from the instructors this afternoon is in accordance with the Dhamma of Buddhism, which says that everything is connected to one another.
I hope that you get the sense and the big picture of what our globe is facing now and what we as a human can do to save our world. At least we have to alleviate the world from getting the troubling with the global warming.
A representative of the novices thanked the instructors for sharing their knowledge with them today.
Thank you for coming all the way from Bangkok EEC to teach us about conserving endangered species and how global warming is affecting our Earth.
This afternoon, the novices gained more understanding and knowledge about environmental problems. This will be the foundation of being a giver as everything is related to one another. As the saying goes, pick a flower on earth, and you move the farthest star. The knowledge that the novices have learned diligently for the past 4 weeks can be adapted to their lives after they leave the monkhood, where they'll move on to become charitable members of society. We would like to invite all Buddhists to an alms offering of dried food for True Little Monk, a wisdom training program for novices, at 6 o'clock a.m. at Wat Ba Sai Ngam, Det Udom, Ubon Ratchathani. Please follow the summary of daily routines tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. Follow us worldwide through the streaming on www.truelittlemonk.com or Facebook True Little Monk. The dual language broadcast is available on True Vision channels 60 and 99 and True Vision HD channels 119 and 333 and True Blupanya channel. The dual language live broadcast is accessible 24 hours on True ID and True Blupanya applications. All episodes of the Daily Reel documentary of True Little Monk are available on YouTube.